All right, everybody. Very late with Sunday's Bible study. Long story, but somebody once said better late than never, right? And four great beasts came up out of the sea. So this is Daniel's dream. Now we're going back to Belshazzar as king, back before when Darius the Mede took over. It says the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given unto it. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in its mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. This is the Antichrist, Donald Trump, uh, end times beast system with the Ghost in the Machine, all with the receiving the mark of the beast. So humans will be uploading demonic entities into their bodies, so on and so forth. So this is pretty serious, big time stuff here. Uh, Dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. So there's your iron again. There's your machine. Remember when it speaks of iron in Daniel 2:43, it says, and shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. It was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. This is Daniel 7:7. Let's see if they give you a visual. The fourth beast of Daniel 7:7. Mm-mm. Now, as we continue on, it's going to start speaking of the little horn. Mm. There's the little horn. That's Trump. He's here in his own name. Jesus said, I come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. But if one shall come in his own name, him you will receive. And he's on the temple coin and all that good stuff. So, what is that? How did I forget that? I come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. But if one shall come in his own name, him you will receive. Oh, it's 543. He popped in my head. Blah, blah. There it is, 543. I come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. Church, O people of Israel, at that time, talking to the scribes and the Pharisees. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. Well, he's on the temple coin over there, isn't he? He's on two temple coins, and they renamed the Golan Heights Trump Heights. The Golan Heights have now become Trump Heights. Golan Heights, Israel unveils Trump Heights settlement. Meet the future residents of Trump Heights, Israel's tribute. Trump is on the temple coin. That's it. Trump is on the Sanhedrin coin, sons of light, sons of darkness. He's on two separate temple coins. And he's hearing his own name because the little horn that we're about to get into, a horn is a trump, and a trump is a horn. They're both trumpets. A horn, a trump, a trumpet. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How do you like that if there? Do you think Jesus really was saying if when God's ordained the end from the beginning? So, yeah. And stamped with residue with the feet of it. So I wanted to give you all a visual of that. Because I knew there were plenty of visuals. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Before, and by the way, a mouth speaking great things, make America great again, lock her up, everything he says is great. Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man. So the others were not like a man, and a mouth speaking great things. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days, God, did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. All right, let's go to Luke, which we're also going to talk about the end times. Love it. And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, as for these things which ye behold, the days will come in which there shall not be one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, Take heed that ye not be deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And the time draweth near. Go ye not, therefore, after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, and the end is not by and by. Then he said unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. This is now this little horn, who is the Antichrist. Corona means crown. This little horn, the Antichrist, the rider on the white horse, he must receive a crown. And when Trump said, I have it on October 2nd, which is when the movie Donnie Darko began, It literally said on the screen, October 2nd, 1988. That's when he said he received his crown. He said he had it. What is the crown virus? Showing results for what is the coronavirus. And all I did was search crown virus because corona means crown. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow like Sagittarius, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. And notice the whole world laid down, locked everybody down, made everybody put on a mask. That was a ritual, and it's not stopping. And then, of course, you get to where peace is going to be removed from the earth, the red horse, and they're going to kill one another with the sword. And then comes famine, and then comes death due to the war and the famine. That's the pale horse. So that's what you're reading here. Then he said unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons. And I've always been waiting on that knock on the door, haven't I? Being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. So this is more talking about the Great Tribulation, not just how the apostles were all jailed, murdered, because they went around telling the truth. That's more about what I'm waiting on. There's nobody telling the truth like I'm telling the truth. Not about everything. AI, Ghost in the Machine, Mark of the Beast, how it connects to the technology. Hell is not eternal torment. God doesn't love everybody. There's no free will. Lots of things where we tell the truth that Donald Trump's the Antichrist, that he has to receive a deadly wound. They don't want me telling people that. So I wonder, right? I'm always wondering. But that's not exactly what he's talking about here. This is your Great Tribulation, sounds like to me. We'll get into more of this later. Again, this parallels with Matthew 24. If we say, I think it's Mark 13 also. Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13. Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21. The destruction Jesus foretells. Matthew 24, well, and it says Matthew 25. Matthew 24, to me, does the best job. It's the easiest to read. It gives more explanation. They call it the Olivet Discourse because he's on the Mount of Olives. And see, Matthew's is so deep and detailed, it goes into 2 chapters. Luke 21, King James Version Bible Gateway. $38. Well, 38. Matthew 24. 51. Matthew 25. 46. No, all of 25 doesn't seem to be about the end times. Then shall kingdom be like another. Nah, 25 is just parables. So let's just stick with 24. Sorry about that. That was what the internet was giving us. Glad we checked it out. So just read Matthew 24 as I'm going through this study, please. Also, read 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 1 through 11, please. Go back and read Daniel 2, please. Stay in this Daniel 7 Bible study, please. Read Revelation 13, please. That's your homework as we go through Daniel 7 and Luke 21, both concerning the end times. I love you very much. Ask questions.